Good morning, y'all. Today is Friday, November 17th, 2023. And I have a video, a little clip I'm gonna play y'all. I want you to check out, see what you think about it. And then I'm gonna come back and give you my opinions on it. But and hopefully I do it right the way YouTube don't hit me with a copyright thing. So I'm gonna play a small clip of this video. And then I'm gonna come back and talk about it. And it was an interesting discussion between Jesse Lee Peterson and a guy by the name of Tariq Nasheed. So y'all check this out, and I'll be back on the other side.
Racism advocate.
Yeah, I'm an anti-racism strategist. I look up for ways to try to replace the system of white supremacy with a system of justice, because unfortunately we're in a global system where white supremacy dominates all areas of activity. So we need to replace that system with a just system.
Define white supremacy.
White supremacy means people who believe through speech, thought, and action that they should dominate, control, and mistreat people classified as non-white. And we're dominated by that system completely globally.
How do you know that?
Because they said it, the people who put white supremacy in action, they specifically said that they were doing that. You go back to the so-called forefathers of this nation, and even in some of the European nations, they specifically said we're going to create a system of white supremacy where the people who are classified as non-white will be the inferiors. They put these things into law, they put them into practice, and they put them into military defense. They defended these laws militarily, and that's where we are now.
And you said globally they've done this.
Globally, absolutely.
And so white people are smarter than black people, and have they done this to all other people?
Yeah, all people. All people. No, all people are dominated.
All people of color.
All people who are classified as non-white, they are dominated by the white supremacists.
So how are white people God's chosen people?
No.
Because you say no?
No.
Then why were they able to sit down and make a decision like that? We're going to build a system that control all people of color. We're going to do this and do that, and then the people of color have fallen into that.
Great
so
question.
somebody had to be smart and somebody had to be dumb.
Yep.
And it seems to me that the people of color are the dumb one, because, as you said, it's the white people who are making this happen, right?
I agree 100%.
And why not overcome being dumb rather than trying to stop the smart man from doing what he does?
Because non-white people are too dumb to get smart.
Really?
Yeah,
so
because Neely Fuller, there's a brother named Neely Fuller who said that the white supremacists, and I separate white people and white supremacists. There's three people, as our brother Neely Fuller said, on the planet. You have white, non-white, and white supremacists. The white supremacists are the smartest people on the planet. I 100% agree with that.
Wow. And God made them that way?
No, God didn't make them that way. They just evolved that way because they knew that their numbers were low in the global scheme of the planet. So they had to come up with ways to survive, and they had to come up with codes. So they had to codify their actions with each other to dominate the rest of the planet. And people who are non-white, they haven't figured out those codes, and they don't understand that they have to have codes in order to combat that. So we're still fighting over tribal bullshit. And that's our problem as people who are victims of white supremacy. We haven't been smart enough to figure that out. So I agree with you to that extent.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm back. So I remember growing up and throughout all my life in the black community, we was told and taught that white people, they run the world. Everything belongs to them. They're in charge of everything. It's their world. It's the white man's world. So even Tupac got a song called White Man's World. I used to always wonder, well, if black people are supposed to be stronger than white people, we came from kings and queens and this and that in Africa, and we were the first people on the planet and all that, but I was also told. How do white people run the world if they're outnumbered? So basically that guy, Tariq Nasheed, which is a black activist that, fight for the right of black people and overcoming oppression and white supremacy, he pretty much said, like, white people are, not white people, white supremacists are smarter than black people and people of color, all non-white people. And that's how they were able to conquer the world, be in charge of everything, they run everything, And I had to play that clip because if I said it on my own, I'd be called a coon and Uncle Tom for saying white people must be smarter than people of color because they dominate the world. How did that happen? And he pretty much summed it up. And his explanation, I'm not sure if that's really true. All white people smarter than black people, who knows? There's some smarter, some not. But overall, as an entire race, so far on this planet, white people are doing better than people of color. White people are more in charge and have more power than people of color. How did it get like that? There's his explanation. He's saying that they're smarter than everybody else because they had to be, because they were outnumbered. So that was very interesting to me. You know, it's something to think about. Is that true? What do y'all think? Is it possible that could be true? I didn't say it. And I hope YouTube allowed this video to be uploaded without a copyright hit. I hope I did it right. So I just played a small clip of it. But that was a very interesting conversation. Y'all can go back and watch the whole video yourself. I know I can play the whole video. I know they weren't gonna let me do that. So we'll see how this turns out. But I just want to get y'all insight of what y'all think about that topic. Are white people smarter than non-white people? No, he didn't say white people. He said white supremacists. White people and white supremacists are not the same. Just like niggas and black people are not the same. So, are white supremacists the smartest people on the planet? What do y'all think? Y'all have a blessed day.